It's easy to stay up to date with all things childcare. Simply click the subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video.
6 things you can do to make online learning a success. Are you struggling to figure out how to make the most out of your child's online learning? Don't worry. You're not alone. With the academic landscape shifting to remote or online learning due to the current health crisis, parents worldwide have been scrambling to adapt to this change. Read on to learn how to make online learning a success for your kids. Tip number 1. Reduce distractions. One of the things you have to keep in mind is that when it comes to academic performance, the student's online learning environment matters. So for starters, check your child's study area and ask yourself the following. Is my child's desk clutter-free? Are there objects nearby that could distract my child during class? Toys, gadgets, etc. Is the study area well lit and quiet? Keep in mind that kids have a relatively brief attention span. So help your child focus on their studies by preparing a designated study area. Eliminate distractions so they can focus on their work. Tip number 2. Take brain breaks in between learning. Prolonged use of devices can be harmful, so your child must take breaks in between. Issues such as obesity and depression are just among the most common problems that result from the lack of physical activity experienced by those who just sit in front of the screen the entire day. Tip number 3. Teach your child proper time management. Discipline breeds success, so are you helping your child to be disciplined with their schoolwork? With distance online learning and the current pandemic changing many of our schedules altogether, the best way to teach your kids discipline is by helping them manage their time wisely. How do you do that? By establishing a routine. One that your kid can follow, no matter their age. Here are some things you can do for your kids' routine. First, establish a wake-up time, similar to when they were still attending a physical school. You also need to establish a routine for their schoolwork. That means starting their online classes simultaneously each day and making sure there are scheduled breaks in between for your child to relax and complete assignments on time. Arrive to class online the way you would arrive in class in person. For online learners, this means arriving earlier on time and being set up in a space meant to support your focus and engagement. Finally, don't forget about allowing your child to learn at their own pace and make room for flexibility. For example, if you notice that your child has difficulty figuring out the day's lesson or answering homework, you can set the task aside for another time when you can be of assistance. This will ultimately help them perform better in school. Make sure you know the course materials and have good internet access beforehand to make the learning process easy. Tip number 4. Help your kid to stay social online. One of the major challenges online students face with online learning is that this form of learning limits their social interaction. And with the lack of interaction comes the lack of networking skills necessary for the real world outside school. So, what can you as a parent do to help your child develop social skills even if classes are being held on the other side of the computer screen? Since physical interaction is highly limited at the moment, why not have your child interact with their classmates and many teachers in online classes? Video chats with friends from school, online classroom conversations, and emails can all be a good way to get them to interact with each other without leaving the safety of your home. They should build relationships with other students by introducing themselves and engaging in online discussion boards. Tip number 5. Work with your child's teacher. School teachers can only do so much to help your child succeed. Your role as the parent is a huge determining factor in how far your child will go in life. So work with your child's teacher to make that happen. Keep track of your child's performance at school and always be on the lookout for ways to improve your child's chances of succeeding. Tip number 6. Give your child technology breaks. Technology can be a distraction. Kids these days have so much access to technology at their fingertips, from tablets and mobile phones to laptop computers and computer games. It can get quite overwhelming for kids. But did you know that there are benefits to limiting your child's exposure to technology? Yes. Many research studies suggest that too much screen time can be detrimental to your child's health. Even if they're just playing computer games, being exposed to bright lights for too long is bad for their eyesight and mental health. Since it's important that kids get enough sleep, limiting their exposure to bright screens at night is a good way of preparing them for the day ahead.
Hope you got value from this video. Remember to click the subscribe button and hit the bell so